Well, hello everyone. This is Chrystal Lynn, Cowgirl Astrologer, and I just wanted to come on. I had something fun that I wanted to do today, and I hope you guys will enjoy. I've been talking about astrology and relationships the last couple of weeks, and if you have not seen my video, I have a playlist. I have a video talking about the South Node, North Node in relationships, the opposition, the square. And now today I'd like to talk about astrology and relationships by bringing up two charts and comparing them together and seeing if we can see a story unfold. Now, the two charts I'll be working with, the one on the left here is actually Dr. Phil. Yes, I'm a Dr. Phil fan, and I just love his show because I really feel like he taps into the social and the generational shifts going on. He taps into the deep, dark issues and is really not afraid to help do something about it by helping people. So I think it's really cool. But I also really think that he has a fascinating marriage with Robin Mcgraw. And, you know, their relationship is very evident. And they're very public with it and yet very private. And so I thought today I would do a little bit of comparing between two charts. Now, there are several ways to look at relationships. There's the composite chart, there's synastry, and maybe we'll explore those as well if you guys are interested in seeing how I do that. But today, kind of because I feel like this is also, I have a lot of beginners in astrology, and I'm a Virgo, so, you know, I love the grid. This is considered the grid where we're just seeing all of the planets laid out. And then underneath here is our zodiac wheel. And you can kind of see this is for Dr. Phil and this is for Robin. So just gives us an idea. So I work from both of these, but for today, for this video, we're just going to be isolating some planetary aspects and happenings that were happening the day that Dr. Phil was born and the day that Robin was born. And we're going to look at how this power couple works. What is working in this relationship? So let's take a look. So first of all, we're just going to look up here. Hopefully you guys can follow my mouse here. And we see that Dr. Phil has a sun in Virgo, moon in Taurus, and an ascendant in Pisces at 20.44 degrees. So we have an opposition here. We have Pisces-Virgo opposition. This is a very, very powerful opposition for being in service and helping people. Deep, dark soul psychological issues. We have that ascendant in Pisces. Virgo allows Dr. Phil to use his strong analytical ability, really breaking down the issues. You even see him on his show often putting up, you know, the boards in the back, breaking down everything everybody said, including text messages. You know, that's so Virgo-like. And over here, now I do not have Robin's time of birth, which would really help me to see more in this analysis of the relationship. But I want to show you guys also that even without it, there's still a lot we can look at, okay? So she is a Capricorn. And so here we have this strong earth sign connection. So when you look at the earth sign connection, this is a relationship that really knows about building a solid foundation. Robin has a heart for really building, providing security for her family, building that fortress, building a sanctuary for herself and her family. And then as she reaches out, because the moon in Libra here is about others. She's not content only thinking of herself. She wants to share what she has with others. And so this often is, you know, the advocate, the attorney, somebody who is always looking at both sides. Moon in Libra is a very beautiful placement and just gives a very pleasing ability, a good way of presenting communication. And people really like that. They're very drawn to that. Now, Dr. Phil over here has Mercury in Libra. So here I love this combination in a relationship of Mercury in Libra conjunct the moon in Libra. So I love this because Dr. Phil, when he talks, even though he's a Virgo, he had Mercury was in Libra when he was born, and he has also that way of looking at both sides. That's also why I believe that together, the moon being Robin's soul desire, Mercury being Dr. Phil's intellectual ability, providing counseling for relationships, for marriages, for other people, fighting for children. Okay, now we really see here with Dr. Phil having Venus and Leo, that's a beautiful and a very strong placement for being an advocate and a protector of children. And Dr. Phil is very much on his show, he'll say all the time, I'm not here for you guys, I'm here for this child. I'm giving this child a voice. This is also why he's out in the public. This gave him the ability to be seen by Oprah, their relationship, and he's in the front lines. Now, when we look over here at Robin, we see that she has Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius. So here's the guru, here's the teacher. Here's somebody that's very comfortable in high, powerful positions. So she's very, very, very happy, especially with this moon in Libra, to be on Dr. Phil's arm in a positive way. Stand by your man. Support his position. This is also when you see Mercury, Venus, a lot of times as a parent, that conjunction makes a parent very, can be more laid back as far as their children become adults, wanting to be friends, wanting to understand, relating to them, not being too strict. At the same time, though, we see that Robin has Mars in Scorpio and Saturn in Scorpio. So here is a very strong nature, very protective of her family, her children, very protective of her relationship with Dr. Phil. You see her at every show. You see her, just both of them have a very strong psychic connection. We also see that Dr. Phil was born with Mars in Scorpio as well. This is a huge, powerful conjunction, and what I would definitely consider an aspect that tells us this is a very strong soulmate connection, because we have our Mars return every 2 years. Mars moves into Scorpio for 8 weeks. And this is the time in our life where major events happen. Mars really rumbles in our life and can be like bringing steroids from heaven into our life. This huge, powerful energy of insight. Sometimes we go through difficult times as well, because Mars will bring the truth, especially in Scorpio. So about every 2 years for about 8 weeks, throughout this marriage, Dr. Phil and Robin have shared this cycle, and is also what probably makes them very, very connected on a very, very intimate level, and a very private side to their relationship. I would say that they really enjoy their private time at home. Now, Dr. Phil here, we have Jupiter in Pisces and North Node in Pisces and the ascendant. So this is huge. This is another reason why I believe we see him as larger than life. Made it to the top, made it to the movies, to the film, I should say, to film on camera, because Jupiter on the ascendant makes somebody, their identity, just larger than life. Venus in Leo also gives Dr. Phil a brand. Leos like to brand themselves. So, Dr. Phil, it's a brand. Over here, though, we see Robin. This is kind of a little bit more behind the scenes, okay? We don't see a lot of Leo here. We see Pluto in Leo. So Pluto in conjunct with Venus is a very interesting, if we look at outer planets, because this allows Robin to see through Dr. Phil. She understands him better than anyone else, and his love life, his love relationship is really transformed through Robin. She really understands the deeper level of all of this stuff. He is just the public. He has the intelligence and the, to put all this in a career. But she's right behind him. Also, we see that Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius in conjunct with his ninth and 10th house. More so the 10th house if we're looking at degree. Okay, we have 24 degrees here, 27, 29. So she is very attracted, Mercury and Venus, and understands, what he is. He's that guru as well, that teacher. He's a public figure. This also can be the preacher. Okay, this could be the preacher's wife here. So see, they have this very strong, powerful connection. Also the ninth house of spirituality. Now Robin, we also see her being amazing at creating, products. She has a, perfume line, lipstick line, makeup line, skincare line. Here we see Jupiter and Gemini. There is your advertising, your ability to, want to share information. Has a real strong heart for women that have been abused, and supports a lot of shelters. And I really believe that comes from Mars and Saturn in Scorpio, wanting to build that sanctuary. Also, the sun in the North Node, especially with Pluto there right now. Have Pluto in Capricorn. We're in this, another 17, 18-year generational period. So really, Robin, if I looked at her astrological transits ahead of time, the next 5, 6 years is really building an amazing foundation. And then I see you really, the sky will be the limit on how you want to be seen in the world as a teacher, as an advocate, and as somebody that, has the ability to change lives. Both of you have this strong heart with Mars and Scorpio. Again, both of you having this strong drive to protect those who have had, the deep, dark issues that most people won't touch. With Moon in Taurus here, Dr. PHILL, this is also a strong placement for understanding women, as a man, to understand that, not be afraid to deal with women issues, okay? So that is a very strong placement, all right? So, you guys, this was fun. Just looking around here, see if I have any last comments. Neptune and Libra, both of them have Neptune and Libra, and I would say this is what gives them, again, that heart, spirituality, for relationships, for marriages, for partnerships. A great example of that. Uranus in Cancer, for both of them, this is probably had a strong mother theme in their lives growing up, a mother theme, taking care of mother. A very nurturing theme here. With Robin having her South Node, which is the opposite of Capricorn, North Node, in Cancer, the first half of her life may have been very attached to her mother. Okay, now the second half of her life is really about building her own way, rising to the top here. Top position, good financial base. Dr. PHILL having his South Node in Virgo, opposite of Pisces, conjunct the Sun, may have had a hard aspect or a hard understanding of his father. The early years were difficult, okay, because Sun represents our father. And he, I know that Dr. PHILL, the first early years of his life was spent on the streets, homeless, looking at the true issues of the world. And often the ascendant in Pisces can be that double-edged or that double-sworded fish, One goes up and one goes down. So the Pisces energy here is very powerful. It tells us that he has seen both sides of the coin of life. And with Mars and Scorpio, seen some pretty deep, dark stuff. But what makes him an amazing, intuitive teacher? I know he's an attorney. He's done investigation, crime investigation. So here, again, focusing on all the amazing stuff, these are 2 power charts. So when we look at relationships, we look at the chart individually first, and then we start to see how they can play out together. So if you guys are interested in seeing some other ways that I look at relationships, let me know below. I'd hope that you guys will comment below, and if you are interested in having me look at your relationship, seeing possibilities and impossible situations, go to cowgirlastrologer.com. Thanks, guys.